It's a thumbnail, duh. This is my book, and I would like for you guys to go buy it. Like, go get the book. It's only $14.99. Like, it's for, I grew up on the east side of Detroit. Okay, guys, I am back, and I've been gone for some time, and that's because I was, writing this book. But anyway, so you guys, now that I've spilled it, welcome back to my channel. I've been AWOL. And, but let's just get right back into it. Because why? What else can we do? Anyway, so a lot of things have went down since the last video that I posted. But it's just life things, I had a death in my family. My grandma that I've talked about her on here before. She passed away. So I've just been dealing with that. And what I've discovered is, well, shit, I discovered a lot of things. It's really, some things you can, move forward from. Some things you move through. And one of the things that I did well, I don't even know why. I was just sitting down and my head was everywhere. But at the same time, I was very knowing. Like, I just felt like I was in an area of knowing, and I started writing anyway. Which is funny because I've always said, like, I'm going to write a book. I'm just, whatever. I went to law school. I was like, I don't need to go to school to be an author. You could be an author and do anything. You know what I'm saying? So I always planned to write a book, but I definitely didn't plan to write this one. It just kind of happened. And so that's what I'm going to tell you guys about. So without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, guys, so I am back. Anyway, so yeah. So my grandma had passed away. It was the experience was just terrible. I'm sorry. The way that we do, like, even like going home farewells, that was all just a period of where I just was standing there and like dissociating. I just felt like I'm gonna go, but you guys can stay here because I'm gonna go because this is not it's not happening, but it definitely was. And so I'm sitting outside of the house that I've always lived in with my grandma. She was my best friend. And I just felt like I'm going to write something down. I need to write her down. I feel like she was such a special individual. I didn't have to do too much. I didn't have to do anything for her to understand me. She understood me. And for someone who is, I'm neurodivergent, and I have a lot of experience with just being misunderstood and not feeling like I fit anywhere. So I started writing, and I'm like, what am I going to write? I started writing poetry, guys, which is, I don't know why I decided to just whatever. But I do remember my grandma was an exceptional writer. She, I remember her writing me poems, and like, I remember that aspect. So I guess maybe that's why, like, I decided, I'm going to write a poem. And then after I wrote one poem, I said, I'm going to write another poem. And then I said, well, damn, this is about to be a book. How am I going to do this, though? So anyway, I decided to publish on Amazon KDP, which is what I used. And so yeah, I'm just writing these poems. You guys, when hopefully you guys go get my book. When I tell you, this is like a one draft type thing. It's not something that like I wrote for literary merit. It's not going to be like, oh my God, like she has so skills out of this. No, I just was literally writing what I felt, what I remember, what she told me, things that came up about my life, things that, came up about my family that was just coming to me because I felt like my life was flashing, not flashing, but just slowly like moving through my head. I was picturing back in the day when I used to live in Detroit, and my grandpa would come and bring me candy. And I remember, my mom and my grandma, they went to the schools in the neighborhood. I remember just being, in my home and just having happiness plus, and when I think back, I think the purest form of happiness happened during that time. So yeah, you're going to see in the book that I go through a lot of the things that happened in my childhood, and then I moved to her life, and then I moved kind of to some funny things, and I even have like a little like a little tale in there, just because I was in a creative mood, and I don't even know how it came about, you guys, but yes, I drafted the what I wrote in a way that has a deeper meaning, but I wanted to make it fun, make it different than just like, oh, this is that. You know what I'm saying? I wrote about my breakup. Dear God, if that didn't try to kill, I really feel like that tried to take me out the game. And I have spent so many years. When I say years, I've literally spent years trying to just pack that away and just, get it out of my way. And I think that this was very helpful in just assisting me with the final send-off. Not that I haven't sent it off. It's just that this is what came up. The pivotal points in my life is what I really tried to hit. So anyway, I wrote all the poems. Then I'm like, how am I going to, I want pictures. Like I want, like photos, but I want them to be based off of my real life. Like I want them to be based off of things that have occurred. Maybe some of the real individuals in my life, but I don't want it to be like, this is who she is. You know what I'm saying? So I had to quickly figure out how in the frick I was going to do that, because I'm not an artist. I don't me no draw. Like I don't. And then I had to figure out the format of everything, which was like consuming me. I wasn't sleeping anyway, so I was just like, it's okay. I'm doing this. And when I get fixated on doing something, I can't I can't really eat or sleep in a way that's normal until I finish it. So this is just what happened with this, and that's why I think I kind of finished it. The whole process took me about 3 weeks. I was like, I'm doing this, and that's what I did. So how did I get the photos? I found them. There's an app, you guys, called Fiverr, that there are people on the app that do things for money. Like, they do things. So, like, if you want your book formatted, or you want, like, you know, picture artwork or whatever in your book, then there's someone that can do it on that app for you. I was like, I didn't know how I was going to get it done. So I'm just like, I remembered this because I had a firm, my law firm, and I was just like on there as like a solo attorney. And so I put myself on there. But then I was like, I can find, you know, someone to do this for me. So I did. And basically I just gave, this is what I want. This is what I want it to look like. And that's what I got. So that was cool. That was a cool experience for me. It's very simple, very easy, very quick. But yeah, so I've been yapping a lot. And so I guess I'm just going to show you guys the book, which I had to create my manuscript, make sure it was formatted, in a 6x9, for Amazon KDP. So after I got the manuscript PDF done, I had to do the book cover, which, you know, I had to just submit online. And then after that, you can order like a test copy so that you can see what your book looks like. And this is what mine looks like, you guys. I have got to maybe invert. Anyway, yeah, so this is what the first copy of my book looked like. And I was just so obsessed, to be honest. It's so the book is called The Roots and the Girls Who Made Me. Why did I decide to name it that? Because this book literally goes through and is fully ingrained in the roots that like brought me to the person that I am today. And the girls, the Basso family, like in this book, because man, did they make me, you know, did they influence me? They're the reason that I am who I am. But mostly, the most important person that this book is dedicated to is my Dia, because she just deserves to live on, you know? And so, yeah, so this is my book. I had to do the acknowledgments. You know, that's kind of what that looks like if you see. And then I had, you know, table of contents that I'm going to show you guys. Yep. So that's the table of contents. I personally was trying not to make this book super long, but I was thinking of a book that I really, really loved, and it's called Where the Sidewalk Ends. I used to read that book all the time when I was younger. I just enjoyed like that there were poems and there were, you know, some artwork, so I could kind of envision what the person was talking about. And I wrote a poem called Me and It, that was based on us in that book. So like that poem is particularly about my experience with having type 1 diabetes. But I wrote it kind of like in a fun way, to pay homage to the original author, Shel Silverstein. I think Silverstein. Don't quote me, whatever. But yeah. So anyway, I did that. I made sure that the book was tip-top okay. And then I decided to publish. Now, it took Amazon KDP, it was about like 3 days, I think, up to 72 hours to publish. But then it actually came out, and this is what it looks like. It's a thumbnail, duh. But anyway, yeah, so that's like my book. I don't know what to, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to read something from, like, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm an author and everything. I don't know, but I'm going to read you guys one of my favorite poems in the book, and it's about my grandma who has had been several different things to several different people. So a lot of these poems are actually about her, but you won't know it unless I tell you, and I just told you, so now you know. So this one is called Dig One Ditch, Dig Two. Dia always had a way of saying things that like no one else, the way she said them, the way this, like the face that she made, you knew she was serious and no one else could implement, literally. So this one is called Dig One Ditch, Dig Two. A deism. Okay. Dia didn't whisper warnings. She handed them out like overdue bills. Dig one ditch, dig two, she'd say. Lips pursed, eyes fixed like headlights on a deer who thought she was slick. There's always a motherfucker with an A at the end, coming for you, sneaking, plotting, waiting for the moment you trip. You think you're clever? You think you're ready to bury me? Better check the depth, 'cause that shovel swings both ways, baby. And that plot you prepping might fit you just fine. She said it in her signature tone, not loud, but final. The kind of line that hits your chest and sits. Dig one ditch, dig two. It's not a warning, it's a prophecy. Okay, so yeah, so that's one. There's another one called Wolf Tickets. That's my favorite. I have a dedication to my mom in there. And hers is self-titled Katisse. She's my favorite person on this earth. Like, when I tell y'all, that girl sent straight from God. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, this is my book, and I would like for you guys to go buy it. Like, go get the book. It's only $14.99. Like, it's for, I grew up on the east side of Detroit. My fondest memories go to there. Like, I keep getting flashes of it. So this is for the east side. This is for my grandma. This is for my family. This is for you guys. This is like a journal into the deepest thoughts that I've had. I even have one of those like heartbreaking, heart-wrenching poems in there about like my breakup. Like, my breakup fucked me. I'm trying to tell you, I tried to take a bitch out. But that one is called, that one's called The Boy with No Belly Button. So, yeah, get the book, you know what I'm saying? Look it up on Amazon. The Roots and the Girls Who Made Me by J.B. Boswell. That is me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be back, you guys, making some more videos. But let me know what you want to see. You know, I do a lot. I'm a lawyer. Y'all know that. One of my biggest goals as well before I get up out of here. You know how black people say I'm about to go and then they start talking about this is what is happening now, just so y'all know. But I'm about to go. I'm about to get out of here, but just, whatever. I personally make it my goal to speak in my vernacular and speak in a way that people can understand me. I know a lot of people who, they deem their careers to be like super cool. They start smelling their own like or whatever, and they just kind of talk in a way that's like, what? No one can understand you. Like the regular lay person can't fucking, we don't know what you're saying. So when I speak and I'm like, I'm doing that on purpose because I want you to understand me. I want everyone to understand me. I want the 7-year-old sitting in the audience to hear and understand me. And I don't want it to be too difficult, guys. That's just not my plan. You know what I'm saying? The dictionary is big. There's a lot of big words out here, but that's just never my goal. In case someone's wondering about my presentation. And probably no one is. But anyway, whatever. I'm out. And you guys know what it is. It's XOXO. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because that helps me, and I'm trying to get to like 1,000 subscribers, and I'm like not there yet. So like, what are you guys doing? Like, but anyway, I'm out.